What's up, guys? How's it going? I need to get a ring light. I got these two lamps here, but I'm not like the lighting. But it will have to make do here. I'm just eating some popcorn. I figure I could pull some cards for people if they want to jump in. Just lounging. I'm on call for my other gigs, so if I get interrupted, I'll probably just mute the stream and keep going. Two of Pentacles coming out here first and foremost. Just trying to make overhead, juggle daily tasks. I'm going to use 3 decks actually, since we're here. I'll just pull from all of them. Okay. Spirit of gratitude, just chomping on some popcorn. This is technically my breakfast. It's like my on-the-go breakfast. Okay, the 8 of Wands in the upright. That is an energy of incoming communication. So you're going to receive that call or that message. Even at work, or if you're expecting some business to be coming in, it's coming. It's just a matter of time. Three cards in the upright. Death card in the upright. I don't know why I said 3 of cards in the upright. Maybe because I'm looking at 3 decks. I'll try to get one upright. So there could be the sense of the closing of a chapter with the death card. I mean, it's a cycle of recycling. The new moon energies don't necessarily illuminate much. So you might feel like a little bit in the dark about where things are headed, state of affairs of the country, all that stuff. But I think something that you got to remember is that all of that stuff that we kind of witness external to ourselves is just like the infrastructure. It's a scaffold. It's not necessarily what we see. It's not the content that we see. And I think that whether it's projecting King of Wands in the upright, Justice card, and I'll talk about that in a sec, but whether it's projecting what we want to see from the world as a reflection of us, which is what we are naturally to do. Now, that might take a little bit more of a transcending of what we see, because basically what we're given is the signal. And as primitive beings, to some extent, and I'll leave that up to interpretation, but we're only kind of looking for worst case scenario signals. And that's really truly like the first signal. Everything else is just like spending time together, trying to be as like not miserable as possible. So point being is that if you feel like you're in limbo or in like a waiting in between, the actual work is just kicking back and relaxing and enjoying yourself and treating it like you're on vacation, like you're chill. There's an Ace of Cups in reverse here. I'll talk to that in a second. But, and that requires ultimately, paradoxically, where the snake eats its own tail, a letting go of projecting into the infrastructure what you would want to see, right? Versus what is. So in that case, then you, and these cards want to keep on coming out. I don't necessarily want them to keep coming out because I'm trying to shuffle them in a certain way. I'm just cutting them over and over again. If you see my hands flailing until I feel right, but the cards have something else in mind. In which case, you're kind of never, and I guess in my mind, I'm using the metaphor of like kind of just news media outlets getting negative signals here and there. You're not as like interpretive. You're not as like on like pins and needles waiting at the edge of your chair, so to speak. So, it's like a calming, trusting, letting go. I mean, we could totally like tend to get to like hype ourselves up, especially when like bills are due or deadlines and quotas, and that's when things become real and we think things are real. But even that you have to let go. Even that you have to trust the precedent that you set yourself up for in that very situation. And in the in-between moment, kind of go with the flow. But to get to some of the cards that came out already, Justice card in the upright meets the King of Wands in the upright. Justice is powered by Master number 11. Feel free to look that up. Libra energy, removed air energy, communication energy with the sword, weighing the heart and the mind. Some say the heart and the feather. You want to be lighthearted, but not too lighthearted. Ease, trust, flow. All these concepts that help you let go. It feels as though ultimately karmic justice has our protagonist's back. With the King of Wands in the upright. That could even just be the very nature of things seasonally. As it represents Cancerian and Leo energy. You understand that you've led by universal karmic law and justice. Now there is an emotional investment here. Ace of Cups in reverse. Someone is emotionally invested in something, waiting to get that call to rush forward here. You could say that Page of Cups in the upright, however, the circumstances do require timing. Perfect or divine timing. I do see a completion of being overworked. With the Nine of Rods in the upright. How, Spirit? How? Overworked on the home front. Hermit card in reverse. Right here. Overworked. Hermit card in reverse is overworked on it's the home front, essentially. Sorry, I came out the shower and not that I'm apologizing for how I look, but I came out the shower and I took a comb to my hair, and I never do that. Not to worry. I mean, this is never really going to see the light of day because nobody watches these streams. But I like to practice at least, and then if somebody pops in on the live, then cool. At least I'll look handsome. And in the very least, I'm doing a reading for myself. So, but putting down overworked on the home front, but that coming to a conclusion here and being freed up with the Hangman in reverse. What else? So, freeing up, enlightened with the Hangman in reverse here. Just pulling cards from 3 decks here. Looking to move on, looking to travel, manifest. But in order to do that, you need to harmonize and perfect what it is you're doing right now. I'm hearing necessity is the mother of invention, so if you are experiencing a certain amount of crunch time, don't worry, it's going to push you to the next level. At times you feel like you're out of whack with the temperance in reverse, but not to worry because you're always divinely on time. Especially with finances and resources, you are manifesting that stability and balance. But again, it starts from your internal harmony. Maybe down a road of doing things on your own, carving your own path. One second. Just had to wash that popcorn. Oh, your beard's weird. So yeah, it could be this air of like feeling like you're on your own, carving your own path here. And you know, that feels like how it feels, but at the same time, it's like, you know, not to worry. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's see. I do just see that like internal balance being reflected outside of yourself. I would also say like take rejection or take, you know, if you feel like you have to sit on the bench or the sideline, take that as protection as well. Yeah, because technically this is like the working easy aspect. You got the 9 and the 10. That's a completion of having to exert so much effort in ways that you probably had to be used to. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is going within, continuing to stay within with the warmth and resources, while the others kind of compete and conflict here with the 5 of Rods in the upright. You're like, no, I'm being smart, I'm doing something else. Now, there may be a sense of a more sobering reality here with the 2 of Cups in reverse, but with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, I feel as though you will be met halfway, so to speak. The Queen of Rods in reverse is tendencies of maybe jealous or feeling like you're lacking or you're without. Why am I not there? Why am I not out there? Why haven't I hit it big yet? Why haven't I gone viral yet? But the 2 of Wands in the upright to me says it's coming. There may be a leap of faith that you will have to make or be presented with, a lightening of the load with the Fool card in the upright. Justice. To bring balance to the force, and to come out of worry and concern from a place of stagnancy. You're being asked to be open and vulnerable to travel or relocation, as maybe your current circumstances isn't lending itself to the success that you've hoped. It'll help facilitate coming out of heartbreak and sorrow. And it'll feel as though it's being added to another list of like accomplishments, things that you've overcome. But I am seeing more so that kind of lightening of the load, whether it's work or actually like selling off of stuff to be done here. Okay. This is like a round robin that I got going on here. Okay, Spirit. Can you speak more to this lightening of the load here? Because the reader, this is investment with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, spending money, doing research, doing calculations. So as to come out of financial dependency or financial strife. There's an inner knowing that this has to be done. It's the right thing to do because where you are is not lending itself to manifesting what you want. You're on this solo emotional journey trying to seek stability in like a burning house or a burning castle. And yet you have like hopes and wishes. I'm getting like Colorado or something mountainous or something rural, mountain peaks, putting down the load, putting down the work. Can you specify? Space, it's a spacious land, spirit. Hey, if you make it sound good and enticing. Okay, there's a crossroads decision. Someone's conflicted because it's like they had it set out in their mind that they would, rather work themselves through this situation. And like do the legwork. I'm getting that there might be a twin flame involved as far as, being straightforward about what they're doing, what they're going about. And it's possible that certain information came to light here that was against what you hoped for. This person turned out colder than you thought. But still there's some semblance of like content or satisfaction because you know that this wasn't like the longevity that you or the quality that you were hoping for anyway. But you're still hesitant to take a leap of faith because I feel as though that would require, maybe selling off stuff, or you much rather just kind of do things the consistent old-fashioned way as opposed to trying to have to kind of cut bait and move on. What's the Tower card here? What's the Tower card? Clarified by the Three of Cups. You feel as though travel would be unjust. You feel as though that you are of a higher caliber and therefore you're pulling in a higher caliber. And you feel as though that the emotionally stable thing to do would be to go this route, the unknowns and all. Even if it meant giving away power to some extent. It's like you're building a bridge to the future as opposed to just kind of rushing into it. I think you're open to what Spirit is suggesting, and I think that there also is going to be someone that jumps your way. Who's going to be jumping your way? Knight of Swords in the upright. Okay, yeah, I see the Emperor and the Empress coming into union here again. What season, Spirit? What season? Oh, and I got a confirmation right here of this bell here. That was confirmation. What else? Yeah, I do see like the Emperor or the masculine jumping into you. I feel as though that you understand that at a certain point, yes, in order to wrap up a certain cycle, you will have to cut bait eventually. But it's not like you're just gonna like start selling off all your stuff. Spirit, can you speak to that a little bit? There's more of like a strategic aspect that involves being able to afford to cut bait, using what you have to build an empire where you're currently at. And almost in a healthy way, turning cold to the emotions that were once there and really digging deep. It's almost as if you want like you're maximizing the situation. Yes, it would be a victory to leave, and you feel confident and comfortable that that will happen, but it's also going to be a victory that you stayed so long. And you're repurposing your situation. Try to find incredibly deep there. There could be a child in the mix. There could have been a child in the mix that would have brought a lot of imbalance. Things would not have worked out. And they would have led to much, probably more worse circumstances. So it's good that you dodged that bullet. Yeah, I mean, you kind of maybe, if there is a sense of like sticking in the mud of things, you're looking at things in a more like enlightened way. You know, you're making this about you, you're making this about what you can do here and now. Okay? And you're willing to fight for it. I see that you're willing to fight for it with the Nine of Cups in the upright. It's almost as if you're sacrificing your emotional comfort. Like, you know it doesn't feel good at times, but and if you were to look at things in a certain light, you could see it as I don't know if you want to call it failure or disappointment, but the feelings are heavy. But at the same time, it's almost as if you're like testing the durability of like you could only like hurt so much emotionally. Or you can only like sit in some sort of like emotional turmoil so long. See double rebirth here, which is crazy. Hey, to whoever's in the room, how's it going? I'm just doing like a out loud in the open narrative, so if it resonates, feel free to stick around. It's almost as if like you're sitting in these emotions, you're sitting in this certain amount of, I don't know if you want to call it anxiety, you're coming out of conflict. I mean, as we grow closer to the full moon mid-month, you're catching on to cycles, you're catching on to strategies. It's almost like you're a hunter, a trap hunter, or like a bear hunter, and like you're like smelling the fur, and you're seeing the droppings, and you're seeing the footprints, and you know more now in sitting in this discomfort than you did a week ago or something like that. And it's like, it's all of that skill and experience that's going to help you, get out of the forest ultimately. It's almost as if like you have two ways of going about things. You could cut bait, dump and run out the forest, or you could like make a meal out of it and like integrate with the forest. Become the forest. And in some weird way, that leads a union of self, and that leads a union of souls. Because anywhere else you would have ended up, it would have been a fragmented version of yourself. And you were like, if I'm not happy, whole, and complete here, then it's going to be the same thing somewhere else. So your way of kind of like cutting is no cutting at all, and you're letting the wound heal over. And from any kind of death or ending, you're building your legacy with the 10 of Pentacles in the upright. Guys, feel free to like, share, follow, reach out for a one-on-one here live or private. All my contact info is below. And it's like, it's almost unprecedented because you did have to do the emotional work of feeling what you're feeling, but understanding that it could only do so much in influencing your next action. And so you, in a way, are showing mastery over your own emotional discomfort. And there is a future, and there is a way out. And you're working on that bridge. To do so appropriately. In a way that's aligned with you. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, I do see that coming in, that growth. As a result of this emotional solo journey. You're using all that emotional discomfort to water and continue to grow. Another confirmation. We got the 7 to the 10 here, aka 7 to the king. In two different decks, we have this at the same time. In three different decks, we have this at the same time. The 7 of Pentacle. The 7 of Pentacle. The 7 of Pentacle. It's insane. Never seen that before. Literally, this is unprecedented. In three different decks, we have the 7 of Pentacle coming out. 7 of Pentacle leading to the King of Pentacle, aka the 10 of Pentacle. 7 of Pentacle leading to the 10 of Pentacle, aka the King of Pentacle, because who do you think's sitting there? And then you have the 7 of Pentacle. It's insane. It's like you don't see the quality growth coming out because that's your lack of spirituality, is not seeing the growth. And not seeing the growth, or maybe being bounded by man-made time, your own expectancy. That's because, and then also if you're dwelling on the relationship mode, then yeah, it's going to feel as though time is taking forever. But now that you don't have to worry about that, you could focus your fight in just financial freedom, independent wealth. And what you want to do. Yeah, which is just continued steady action with the Knight of Pentacle in the upright. And not for nothing, but six and the 8 is 14. The king is basically the 13th. 11, 12, 13, 14, or the 14th. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for sending a donation. Woo woo. Thank you, Bridget. Is there anything that I could do for you? Would you like a reading? Would you like a question asked? I don't even know where that donation came from. Love to see it though. Thank you so much. So grateful. Yeah, of course. Feel free to ask your question. just finishing up this reading. What are Alex Pisces secret feeling thoughts about me? Let me see. Secret feelings, thoughts about me. Spirit of gratitude, joy, and light, highest possible messages at this time. Okay. Let's see what comes out here. Oh, sweet. Let's see what comes out here. Secret thoughts and feelings. Secret thoughts and feelings about her. Spirit. I'm going to use 2 decks here to see what wants to come out. I feel as though this person sees you as stable. One second, I'm getting another incoming call. 4 of Pentacles in the upright. I think he sees you as harmonized. I think that with the 8 of Cups in reverse, someone is not wanting to walk away from something emotionally. With the 2 of Cups in reverse, it's almost as if 2 of Cups in the reverse is like a falling out of a relationship. So, I mean, that could be read as, depending on the history between the 2 of you, he could view you as not wanting to walk away or move on, or he can himself, not necessarily be ready to move away and walk on. Sorry, I just got an incoming call and it didn't go through for some reason. I think I have too many tabs open. But let me see what else wants to come out here. I'm trying to see more so of that, like, because I get the question of, like, feelings and thoughts about you, but that's not what the cards are wanting to answer necessarily. I just see more so of not wanting to walk away from something emotional. And so again, if this is his energy, then he's more so focused on something that didn't work out in the past. And I don't know if that's a reflection of you or... Let me see. Is he more so like, are you like just a secret admirer of him, or are you guys in relation? Let's see. A lot of it is like context based as well, like for instance, like the marriage card came out here, or the card of union came out here. But, it's hard to tell if this could be like an ultimate goal for him in the future. Upon reflection here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, this is moving. Typically, this is an energy of moving or coming out of a third-party situation and trying to shoot for union here with the 4 of Wands in the upright, or marriage of some sort. But as far as like, if I'm going to say like, oh, what does he think or feel about you? And then these cards come out, then what am I to say as far as what he feels stable about you? He feels harmonious about you internally. He doesn't want to move away from you. I mean, possibly, but at the same time, it's almost as if then what? He's not wanting to leave some sort of emotional structure. He's in the relationship, even though he feels like it's not the one, So. Oh, no problem. Sorry. I got when I logged into Venmo to get your payment. Of course, I saw some unsavory characters on that phone exchange. Sorry, my phone died. We were hanging out and then we stopped talking. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out for that. Why can't I transfer this? Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come out. To that. Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it just felt more so that I feel as though in a weird way, and this is a lot to presume, but the Four of Wands in the upright suggests some sort of like deeper union that typically refers to like a deeper meaning or purpose with someone else, as opposed to, just kind of casually talking with somebody. So I almost feel as though that there's a higher timeline going on that requires for that person to be involved with someone else, or at least that's the direction that, it could have been someone from his past as well, because I did see a lot of like reticence to move on with the Eight of Cups in reverse, and there was like this falling out, but that could have been your energy. I'm trying to see more so like what his deal is. I mean, I don't want to give the boring answer and just be like he wasn't, committed or interested, but oftentimes when people just stop talking, especially nowadays, there's just so much like eye candy and there's so much stuff to kind of chase that we overthink it and we think that the person's kind of thinking about us, but really they've just moved on in such a way. Let me see if anything wants to come out here. Yeah, I mean, I feel as though that this might be more so your energy of like a wait and see, being emotionally open, receptive, available, but ultimately kind of keeping yourself in this like hamstrung position. The cards are being stubborn. Sometimes they just don't want to answer like directly. I also feel as though that with the Four of Pentacles in the upright, it suggested that, it depends on if this person is like in dating mode. And like, let's be honest, like that requires resources to be able to kind of date or invest in, going out and doing nice things and all that stuff. Let's see, is there anything else, Spirit? Is there anything else? I keep on getting this Six of Swords in the reverse, which just speaks to like an internal harmony, meaning that oftentimes we're just on a different trajectory. Maybe you wanted something more long term, and he was just more so looking for something current. Again, this another energy of like a union or a marriage is coming out here. That's the second one. So to me, it suggests just wanting different things, which ultimately led this person to, want to move on, essentially. But But yeah, I'm not getting necessarily that there were like secret thoughts and feelings. I just think it's more so surface level. Let's see. So yeah, that's what I got here. I'm not sure if you're still in the room. I'm not sure if you want to ask a follow-up question. On my side, it says nobody's in the room right now, so feel free to ask a follow-up question if you had. Thank you so much again for that lovely donation. Let's see. Thanks. Very welcome. Thank you. Let's see if anything wants to come out just for the general collective reading. Just want to make sure I'm logged in properly on my other channels. Close some of these tabs here. If I'm not using them, that should make things move a little faster. I'm wondering, why do these messages get retracted? Is it the user that's retracting them? I guess so, maybe, yeah. They feel like they're just hanging out there. Let me see. Okay, all systems go, logged on, looking good. Okay, let's do another shuffle and see what wants to come out. Here's pretty gratitude to level at highest possible messages at this time. Let's see. I'm just shuffling the decks here. Feel free to send me a 10 if you'd like to ask a question. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. All my info's in the description. Let's see what comes out. Spirit. Let's see what comes out. Spirit grants you love and light, highest possible messages at this time. I ask that you clear the air inside and out as well. Thank you. Hi, this is Dylan. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, let me see. Just got the cards. One second, I'm just reading here. I would be wary of, the presumption that you would hear from him because I don't see any incoming communication here, to be honest. So that's something that I would keep in mind. I don't see an energy of moving either. So, yeah, let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out as far as the moving aspect, the relocating aspect. Feel as though that you're more so just kind of waiting on him for like the signal, like, hey, it's okay to come here, but I'm not getting that he's giving that signal. I'm not getting that's coming in. So I mean, for the most part, it's just to me, it's hard to say like cut your losses or move on because it's like I get it, like it's just like a deep relationship, but at the same time, I think that you do need to kind of just try to remain as objective as possible and keep things into perspective. Because at the end of the day, people's actions, they're going to speak louder than whatever fantasy that we have. So, so it's kind of what I'm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound good from the outside listening on in, to be honest. I mean, because it's like after 11 years, if you haven't really kind of, you know, made moves and efforts. So I'm gonna share some stuff with you guys because I might as well talk out loud. Um, Not that I want to give power to this or energy to this, but at the end of the day, I think you just got to imagine that your situation is in the best possible light and circumstances, and you know, yes, others, whatever they're following, whether it's some superficial facade of synchronicity and coincidence. At the end of the day, you know that what you did is right. Um, or what you stood for, what you stand for, that that's right. Um, Let me see, I got an incoming call here, so let's try to take this. Why does it keep doing that? Maybe I'll just log off of, because that's the second call that I've missed. So it makes me wonder, should I just log off? Point being is, so my ex basically like broke my heart, railroaded me, moved out of the blue. after a fight or whatever. But it wasn't even a fight. It was like me just sticking up for myself and telling her that she can't berate me and tell me what time to go to sleep. Just stupid things like that. But so she moves out, breaks my heart. Little to no communication. To me, that's like the coward's way out, I think. And so it's kind of just like a matter of like, for me in my mind, okay, you're moving on. Flash forward, I come and see the Venmo. Yeah, this guy's not. Yeah, I think I got to end this live stream, guys, because this ain't working.